Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for
Hello.
joining on a Sunday morning. My name is Aditi. I work in the sales and marketing team at Inme, and I'll be conducting the orientation today. So I'd request you all to, go on mute, and just let me get through, I'll walk you through the whole campus guidelines, everything that we needs to be discussed. And you can put in any questions into the chat. My colleague Subbu, who is also the program manager for this program, is also online, so he can answer any questions. He'll also be sharing his phone number as well as the link to the WhatsApp channel in the chat. Please join the WhatsApp channel if you haven't yet, because that is where all program updates will be going forward, as well as updates while the kids are actually at camp. Okay, great. I'm just going to get started. Can everyone see my screen? Okay, great. So Coorg 7 is going to take place from May 8th to May 14th. This is one of our, Inmi's been running summer camps for the last 30 years now. And we've had our Coorg campus, I think, since about 2009. It's one of our most beautiful campuses on a coffee plantation very close to Kabinakadu, about 30 kilometers away from Virajpet. It's a very dense, like beautiful, fully in nature kind of campus, and it really gives the kids a proper experience of being in the outdoors. As you already know, the two activity choices are a combination of rock climbing and backpacking, or a combination of ropes course and outdoor survival. I will walk you through the details on each activity shortly. Um, but yeah, I just want to start off with just giving you an idea of what a day in Coorg looks like, or a day at one of our INME camps. Children usually wake up pretty early by around 5:30, 6 in the morning. We like them to get up and get started, and get on with the day pretty early. They wake up, they freshen up, have a milk, Bonvita, hot chocolate, whatever they prefer, along with biscuits. And this is followed up by what we call our power up session, or Chota Hazri, where they sing, they dance, they sort of, stretch a bit, jog, get warmed up for the day. This is about a 45-minute exercise conducted by the instructors, where all the children participate and sort of just get ready for the day. This is followed by breakfast. All our meals are buffet style meals, so there are multiple options, veg, non-veg, gen, as per any dietary requirements. We try to keep the food as similar to home food as possible to make it tasty and nutritious. So, for example, at breakfast they'll get bread, eggs, sometimes idli dosa, chocos, fruit, poha. These are sort of the options we have for breakfast usually. Um, so the first half of every day, from about 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., is when they focus on the outdoor activity they've chosen. So throughout the 6 days, they will be doing a combination of the two activities that they've picked. So if they've chosen rock climbing and backpacking, the first 3 days will be dedicated to rock climbing, and then the next 3 days to backpacking. Similarly for ropes course and outdoor survival. So why it's structured this way is so that when you are learning rock climbing, you are learning it in depth and in detail. And every day your challenge gets a little higher, right? So you are learning the ropes, you're learning the techniques, you're going over it the next day. So you might start off with something small like a bouldering, or just learning how to scale a 10-footer. But as you progress, you will be learning more skills and challenging yourself further. So yeah, kids usually leave campus for these outdoor activities and go into the surrounding areas for it. These are all areas that our team has recce'd and we've been using again for many, many years. And they come back to campus around lunch. Lunch is again buffet style with multiple options and different options during the day. Um, Post lunch is when they get a bit of time to freshen up, have a shower, take a bit of rest, play some games. And then we get into the afternoon activities, which we call cool time activities. These are more recreational activities on campus itself. So we have a rifle shooting range, an archery range, different like tie-dye, arts and crafts, theater workshop kind of options. Again, to get the kids to spend time with each other, learn new skills, and also play some games that all foster teamwork and leadership and also have a little bit of learning involved. Every evening, they also do a little bit of reflection time where they sit and we give them diaries called cool books where they can sit and reflect on what challenges they're doing and how they're getting used to the environment and what they're taking out of the experience as well. This is followed by some milk, tea, snacks, like chaat papdi one day, samosas, just stuff to keep their energy levels high, followed by some more reflection games activities, and then we wrap up early in the night with soup and dinner at 8 and lights off by 9 p.m. So that they can have an early start every day. So now to go into details about the activities that they've chosen, which are what we call wow activities, which is what they'll be doing every morning. So rock climbing, like I said a little bit about before, is an introduction to the equipment, safety, and the knots that they'll be using. And every day they progress to a certain different challenge. So they'll start with bouldering and climbing. But then they'll, progress to learn jumaring, which is how to ascend with a rope and a carabiner, and rappelling as well. The other option in this, activity is the backpacking activity, where they learn trekking techniques, how to pack a bag, how to set up camp. They might even do a night out, depending on the weather and everything. Again, a really fun, interesting activity to fully immerse yourself in the experience of being at Coorg. The other combination of activities, so again, this is structured so that all kids get one aerial dynamic activity and one activity that is more focused on the terrain and, exploring the area itself. So the ropes course is sort of like a large scale jungle gym with different ropes and ladders that are quite, again, high up. Some are low, some are high up to the ground, and participants wear their helmets, their harnesses, and again progress to different challenge levels every day. Outdoor survival again is a module that we have designed for to help children learn how to survive in the outdoors, learn skills like making a fire, navigating without a compass, reading a map, creating a shelter, how to find water sources in the wild and so on. Again, a really fun educational module. Now, as you all know, the children are with instructors throughout the program. We maintain a 1:6 adult to child ratio, and this is just the instructor to child ratio. This doesn't include the campus staff that we have, the kitchen staff, the cleaning staff, the campus manager, and so on. And we have female instructors at every campus, at least two or three, who will be with the children throughout at every activity. They're never alone. All our instructors are highly trained and certified in outdoor education, mountaineering, and we also do internal trainings about 3-4 times a year on sensitivity training, gender training, how to work with kids, understand their issues, and so on, how to keep them engaged throughout. When it comes to transport, I'll go into the travel details also in a bit. We work with very trusted third-party providers, and children are usually transported. If you're leaving from Bangalore, then they will be traveling to Coorg in comfortable AC buses. And just the last 30 minutes, because our campsite is, a little bit off-road, they will be in off-road vehicles, again, where we take care of everything in terms of safeties. All the drivers are very trusted people we've been working with for a very long time. When it comes to the equipment we use on campus, all our equipment is at the highest international standard of outdoor equipment. This is again, like, safety is something we take very seriously, having done this for 30 years. If there is any sort of equipment that is broken or doesn't work, it's never that we are taking it to get it fixed. We are always replacing it with something brand new. This is something we don't compromise on at all. Again, with regards to safety, we have a doctor in residence at the campus at all times. So if there are any children who are on any medication that needs to be supervised, then they can carry that medication along with a prescription, and the doctor will monitor and make sure that the child is taking the correct medication at the given time. We also, being an outdoor program, doing these activities, challenging themselves, it is a part and parcel of the program that kids will get some cuts, some bruises. We call them badges of honor. And again, this is why we have a doctor on campus to take care of all of that. If there is any medical emergency, we have an emergency vehicle stationed on campus at all times. And the nearest hospital is in Virajpet, which is about 30 to 40 minutes away. So very easily accessible. Okay, this is just a little example of the rock climbing activity and, the shelter outdoor survival activity as well. Um, Okay, when it comes to accommodation, so our Coorg campsite is, our own private campsite. It's very comfortable, very big. This is one of our few campsites actually where children are not staying in tented accommodation, but they stay in bungalows. We have separate bungalows for boys and girls, and they stay in rooms, so dormitory style rooms with attached washrooms. These are completely fully functional washrooms with shower cubicles, WCs, sinks, and everything. And they are regularly cleaned by the staff to maintain hygiene. Participants can choose their own roommates as well. I know some people come with their friends and would like to stay together. That's completely fine. And we encourage them to mingle outside their friend groups during the day as much as possible as well. Um, and yeah, the only recommendation and the requirement is that children keep their own belongings safe and keep their own, space tidy. But other than that, for the washrooms and everything, we have a proper cleaning staff. I touched a little bit upon the meals as well, but I can go through it in a bit more detail. We have all the options, non-veg, veg, gen. If there are any dietary requirements, we will take care of that. There is an abundance of food on campus. We provide all 4 meals. There is no restriction. Kids can eat however much they want. Instructors do monitor meal times because um, we are not going to force children to eat, but they do need to eat enough to be able to keep up their energy, keep up their hydration levels, be doing the activities. So that is something we monitor. Just, to make sure that all children are active, are healthy, are well fed, and, have enough energy for the day. Okay, so now when it comes to the travel plan for participants, and I think the majority of participants, I think we're a group of 22 for this program. The majority are from Bangalore, but we also have participants from Chennai, Bombay, Hyderabad, and Kerala. So it's a really fun, I think, dynamic, interesting batch. So for participants who are leaving from Bangalore, the departure is usually at 6 a.m. in the morning. Usually from Army Public School near MG Road, but we will be sharing departure details closer to the day of the program. And this is usually about an 8-hour journey to the campus with many stops for bathroom breaks, food breaks, and so on. And the participants, we design in such a way that participants usually reach campus in time for lunch and have the first day to settle in and, explore campus and everything. For participants who are flying in, most of you will be flying into Mysore again on the first day of the program. The campus is about a 4 or 5 hour drive from Mysore itself. So if you are flying in with your escorts, then they will take you from the airport to the campus. and they usually arrive by about 6 p.m. on the first day. Similar for participants who are traveling by train to Mysore as well from Chennai. Um, Okay, so thank you for bearing with me for so long. I'm almost done. Just want to walk you through expectation settings, right? So we want to set, most importantly, very clear expectations about communication. So as you know, this is a tech and gadget-free program. It is part of our philosophy that children completely, get a digital detox away from phones, away from screens, away from technology, which also means that there is no direct communication between the parent and the child. How we handle this is, like I mentioned, there is a WhatsApp channel. Please join it. And we will be sending daily updates, morning and evening, giving you an idea of what activities the children are doing, what they're eating, health update, weather update, sharing pictures, sharing videos. And the program manager, who is Subbu, you'll have his personal number as well. So he's available at all times for any particular questions or concerns. Also, with regards to any sort of medical or any, incidents that might happen on campus. How we do this is, it is again on a case by case basis. If a child has a cut or a bruise that just needs to be bandaged, we usually handle this internally. If there is a slightly more serious medical issue, so if there is a sprained ankle or a fever that might require antibiotics, then we inform the parents immediately, and we will only proceed with treating the child after taking in your input and deciding how to handle it. So if there is, but we do go with the policy of the no news is good news policy, which means that if you are not hearing from us specifically, that means your child is doing fine and having an absolutely great time. So please understand that. Um, we are not a luxury camp or resort. Our whole philosophy is about giving kids a comfortable, hygienic, obviously, environment, and exposing them to the outdoors and to nature. So it might include a little bit of roughing it out, but like I mentioned, everything is very clean and hygienic. Yes, please join the WhatsApp channel. We will send updates twice a day, every morning at 11 a.m. and every evening at 6 p.m. And we will share pictures along with the evening update every day at 6 p.m. This might, timing wise, this might go ahead, or might shift a little bit because the connectivity on camp is not always the best. um, and yeah, every individual update and every picture might not feature every individual child. What we will do is at the end of the program, we will share a Google Drive of images with every single picture that is taken on campus. But for the update, we share about 20 pictures every week. I touched upon the no gadgets point. If children would like to, this includes smartwatches, iPads, Kindles, like no gadgets at all. And please don't send anything with your child. When it comes to cameras, they can carry cameras if they would like, but this is their own responsibility, and they will have to make sure that it is kept safe and does not get damaged. So this program is, it is outdoors. It is a little challenging. Kids are, fully engaged throughout. So if again, this is Coorg is a beginner-friendly camp, and it is designed specifically for this age group. So there is no challenge that a child of this age will not be able to complete. But if you would like to start prepping a bit, going on a bit of jogs, doing a little bit of stretching, that's always highly recommended. We have a zero tolerance for bullying and indiscipline. So we understand that a lot of kids are coming from all over the country, and you're hanging out with 20 people you've never met before. So there are chances of having fights or having disagreements. This is again part and parcel of the experience and how also you make new friends. But if there are repeated instances of bullying, we have a zero tolerance policy towards this, which means the child will be sent back home and will also be blacklisted from coming to our programs ever again. So this is something we do take very, very seriously. We also, there's a ban on any possession or consumption of cigarettes, alcohol, contraband across any of our programs. This no junk food or tuck, again, is a very important point. Like I mentioned before, we have a lot of food on campus. Kids can eat as much as they want at any point of time, even if it's not a meal time. And if they're hungry, they can come up to an instructor and just ask for food and it will be provided to them. Please do not send any junk food or tuck with them, because what ends up happening is a child will try to hide it from the instructors and then keep it in their bags and in their accommodation, and this will lead to insects or attracting like wildlife, because we are in the outdoors, and this is a camp hazard not only to your child but to their tent mates and their dorm mates as well. So please do not send any food. When it comes to pocket money, for anyone who is flying or traveling into Mysore, please do carry some money just in case of food or anything. Participants coming in from Bangalore. So we do sell some camp merchandise, so memorabilia, t-shirts, keychains at the very last day of the program. So if children want to buy this, then we would usually recommend not more than 2,000 to 3,000 rupees of cash on you. Again, if you don't want to carry any money, this is something you can purchase later on our website as well. And all money that you carry will be deposited with the instructors at the beginning of the program and will be given to you on the last day, so that it is kept safely. If you do not deposit this money, then we cannot take responsibility. Okay, that was my spiel, but I'm also quickly going to walk you through the kit list, which is everything you need to pack for the program. So the weather in Coorg is pretty comfortable. It does get a little hot during the day, but there are frequent light showers that keep it cool. And like I mentioned before, we are at an elevation, so it is quite pleasant as a campus. Your basic packing list is 7 to 8 t-shirts, some shorts, 3 to 4 track pants. The pants are very important because this is what children will be wearing for their outdoor activities. We don't recommend them wearing shorts during this time because it just minimizes any sort of bruising or scraping if they're doing rock climbing or if they're trekking and they're walking through the forest. Socks, a quick dry towel, a cap, sufficient undergarments, 2 pairs of night clothes, one jacket or sweatshirt just in case, because it does get a little chilly in the evenings and everything, and one raincoat. Now, when it comes to the shoes for the program, please ensure that these are comfortable rubber-soled shoes and that they are not brand new, and that the child has worn them in a little bit so that they don't get any shoe bites or they're not facing any sort of discomfort during the program. Um, while they are on campus, we recommend that they wear sandals. If you can see the picture on the right side here, we do not recommend carrying any sort of flip-flops or Crocs, because even while children are on campus, they are running around, they're playing games, they're always being very active. And any sort of flip-flops or Crocs will usually result in a fall or, kids tripping. So any sort of sandal with this ankle support at the back is very important. Please carry your own toiletries, so shower gel, toothbrush, toothpaste, sunscreen, lip balm, mosquito repellent. Obviously, this we'll have on campus always, but if you want to carry your own, a pair of sunglasses. A torch or a headlamp is also recommended. If a participant is flying into the program, please make sure that this is put in your cabin baggage and not in your check-in, because your bag will then not get to Mysore. We've had this issue before. Please don't pack any batteries in your check-in baggage. Yeah, one personal water bottle and a plastic bag for any wet clothes. So participants, while they in this camp, they are sleeping in rooms. They will be provided sleeping mats on the floor. Are no beds in the rooms. So all participants sleep on sleeping bags. You can choose to buy and carry your own personal sleeping bag with you if you choose to. If not, we can provide a sleeping bag to you on camp. However, please note that these are not brand new sleeping bags. These are reused with every program. However, at the end of every program, once a child has used it, it is thoroughly cleaned and sanitized and laid out in the sun to dry. So it's perfectly fine to use. But if you would like to carry your own brand new sleeping bag, then you can. And an inflatable pillow, this is optional because the sleeping bag does not include a pillow. If you are on any medication, please inform me or Subbu, and please send that medication along with your child as well as a prescription so that the doctor can manage it while they are on the program. If your child wears spectacles, please carry an extra pair. Uh, so we recommend two kinds of luggage for the program. One is just a small backpack. This does not have to be the size of a school bag. This is, just like a small backpack, just to carry their water bottle, cap, sunscreen when they are heading out for the day, every day for their activity. We recommend that you pack the majority of their stuff in their rucksack or a duffel bag. We really recommend no wheelie bags, no trolley bags, because this is really inconvenient for the child when they are handling their stuff. The campus is not built to, for strolling luggage. The recommended rucksack size is 60 to 70 liters. This is something you can purchase at any sort of sports store, Decathlon. We sell them on our own website as well. But yeah, please don't carry any sort of hard luggage or suitcases. Okay, I think I had mentioned cash as well. Like I said, don't carry more than rupees 3,000 if you do plan to carry cash. No gadgets, no expensive jewelry, because again, this will be the child's responsibility, and we want to avoid any loss of personal belongings. Okay. Lastly, for any participant who is flying into the program, or traveling via train, we will share details of your escort the day before the program. This is because a lot of your escorts will be instructors who might be at other programs. So we will share this information beforehand, but a day before. If you are traveling for the program, then please carry your phone with you, which you can deposit once you have reached Mysore. A power bank and a charging cable for your phone, a printed copy of your return ticket, your original Aadhaar card, not a copy, because a lot of airports will require this, and any cash for the journey, for food. Okay, I think that was it. Again, thanks a lot for bearing with me. Um, Now, if anyone has any questions, I can answer it on the chat, or if someone wants to raise their hand and ask me a question, I can answer that as well. So do they get lockers to keep their things and use the backpack for the trek activity? First question. Uh, they don't have lockers per se, but they have space next to their bed for to keep all that stuff safe. Uh,
And sorry, and there's no outsider also who is generally on the campus. It's just the children and our instructors. So it's pretty safe. They can just leave the bags in their dormitories itself, and there will be somebody on the campus who's just looking at.
An Inme t-shirt costs about, I would say 600 to 700 rupees. If that's all you want to buy, then you can just send that much. Escort details for Chennai kids, like I mentioned, they will be traveling via train. We will share the details about a day or two before the program itself. Do we need to carry a blanket? So usually a sleeping bag is pretty warm and comfortable. So they don't usually need a blanket, because the sleeping bag, you're just completely zipped up. But again, if you would like to, you can send that with your child. But it's not something we provide on campus. Um, for kids who are traveling via bus from Bangalore, no need for an ID. And how many kids per room? So I think the girls' rooms are slightly smaller. It's about 5 to 6 girls in a room, and the boys' rooms are larger. So it's about 10 boys per room. Mm, okay. Any other questions?
They,
Yes.
what time do they generally come back? on the last day?
If they are back to Bangalore,
Yes.
so they will leave campus after lunch on the last day and they arrive around 10 at night.
So they'll be dropped back to the place where they picked up from,
Yeah,
or
yes.
so which is generally the Army Public School,
It's
MG Road,
generally,
right?
yes, the Army Public School near MG Road.
All right. Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, so there is a total of 22 participants at the moment. The gender ratio, um, I will just check on that and get back to you. Yeah, if your child is carrying a phone, then once they have reached camp or are with the instructors, then they will deposit that with the instructors until the end of the program. It'll be given back to them before they are boarding their train or their plane back home. You don't need a tent light. Again, like I said, they're not staying in tents, they're staying in dorms. So no need for that. A 55-liter rucksack should be okay. And I would recommend that you would be checking it in, because that might be most convenient for the child while they are traveling. Just make sure that there are no batteries in the check-in. Um, we do not have pickup points from South Bangalore. The only pickup point is the Army Public School. In this batch, there are about 22 kids. And yes, the cost from the moment they leave Bangalore, any sort of food during travel for breakfast breaks, lunch breaks, it's all covered by us. So no money, you don't need to send any money for travel if you are um, traveling from Bangalore. But if you are, like I mentioned, flying in from Bombay, Kerala, Hyderabad, or traveling from Chennai, then please carry some money for food. For someone who had asked about the gender breakdown for the
It's 4 boys and 18 girls.
okay. I think I've answered everyone's questions. If anyone else has anything, please let us know. Um, okay, looks like we're good. Subbu is your program manager. I think he's shared his number as well as the link to the WhatsApp channel below. Please join the WhatsApp channel. We will be sharing all updates. And yeah, we're really excited to have them. It's going to be a great program. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thank you so much for your patience. Mm.